Hello, welcome to this channel. My name is Enoch. Today we will continue in our series on virtualization. And we'll be looking at how to set up your vagrant file, how to give an IP address, how to set up the RAM, the CPU, how to sync a folder, and how to do your provisioning. Maybe you want to provision your environment with some application, maybe HTTP, or maybe you need to install some other packages that you think you will need. You can just install them using your vagrant file, and that's what we are going to be looking at today. So let's go to our shell. This is not much of a theory, this is much of a practical. So you can run your vagrant global-status to see if you have any vagrant file running or any machine running. Okay, no machine is running. Then all right, let's go to the I have a directory that I've prepared, the directory. All right, let's get here and let's create a box. Let's get a box that we can use. Let's go to Google and you can type your vagrant box Ubuntu. Okay, let me use Jammy 64. Okay, that's that. And you go to new there and you can copy the first line. It's just vagrant init with a box name. Let's copy that and let's go to our shell and let's paste the same command here and let's press enter. This command is going to put a vagrant file in our machine with this box. This box, this particular image, it will install an operating system on the VM. When the VM comes up, you can see a vagrant file has been placed in this directory. If you are not familiar with some of these things, you may want to check my first video on virtualization. That will help us. That will help us to save some time. So let's edit the file. Let us check the file. Okay, the vagrant file has been placed there. Let's check it. Let's edit it to suit our need. This is a Ruby file. This is a Ruby file, let's look at the configuration. The 2 there is means the configuration is version 2, and that's why you have 2 here. And this is a class action. Software engineers will understand, developers will understand that this is a class action, and you will see that config comes first in all the first line of all the block of code. And everywhere you have hash is commented. Where there are no hash at the beginning are not commented. So this is the beginning of this particular source code, and let's look at what it does. So everything will start with config.vm.box after this line. So with this is to tell us that we want to look at the box name and the config.vm.box, and you can see the box name. This is going to install this operating system on the VM. And if I want the operating system to the VM to update, I will uncomment this and it will update whenever there's an update. I don't want to do that. And this one is for port mapping. If I want to map a port on the host machine to the guest machine, my computer is the host machine and the VM is the guest machine, I can map it, and this will be a public it will be available publicly and anybody will be able to access it. But if I want it to be private, that can only be accessed on the host machine, then I will uncomment this line, and it will only be mapped to this IP address. All right, now I wouldn't want to do that, so I'm not going to do that. Now, if I want a static IP for my VM, then I'm going to uncomment this line. Host only can access this particular IP address, and I will edit it to make sure it does not it does not it will not conflict with any IP address that is already set on your host machine. So I'll just give this one 43. I'll give this 43. Let's move on. All right, so for this particular one, this is for a public network that will be assigned through the bridge network, which is using the host network as the bridge adapter, and the DHCP will assign an IP address for the public network, but I don't want to do that, so let's just move on. Now this is for syncing file. If I want to sync a file from my host directory to the guest, from my host machine to the guest machine, then I can uncomment this. But I want you to know that there is a file. The folder where this vagrant file is already synced with a folder on the guest machine, which is /vagrant. It has been already synced with the folder where this vagrant file is. I will show you when the VM comes up. I'll show you when the VM comes up. So let me copy this line because I want to sync a file. If you have another file, if you want to sync another directory or another folder from your host machine to your guest machine, how can you do it? Okay, so let's copy this line. Y to copy this line and use small p to paste it, and let's edit it. And I'm going to create. You have to create the folder first on your host machine. So I'm going to create it in D drive : then /. What's the name of the file in D drive? I will give it script plural, then /. Again, I want to create another file in that script, then I will name it vagrant-script. This one will be singular script, and it will be in the code. Then I will name this one. Now this one will be created on the VM. When the VM is created, when the host machine comes up, this will be created. So you don't worry about this, but I have to go and create this one on the host machine. So let's go to the host machine and create this. So I want to create it on the D drive, in the D drive. Then this is the D drive. Then I want to create the folder. Then I named it script plural. Then get inside it. Then I want to create another one inside it, which I named vagrant-script singular. And that's it. So that's it. I've created it. I've created a script and vagrant script. So that's it. D drive script plural vagrant script. All right. This one will be created on the guest machine when the guest machine comes up. All right. So this is for Windows. This is for Windows. Okay, let me just put Windows here. Windows. All right. Now, if you are using Mac OS, what are you supposed to do? Mac OS. Are you supposed to sync your file? Config .vm.synced_folder space. Then you give users / the name of your machine, the name of your device. The name of my own device is Enoch. The name of on this laptop that I used to save this laptop also is Enoch, and you give the path to the file that you've created. Maybe I'm just using an example. Close the code, give a comma, then another code. Then let's say opt/script and close code, and that will be fine. Let's go on now. If I want to set up my RAM, this is for setting up my RAM. Then I'm going to uncomment this line. I don't need my GUI, so I'm going to uncomment this line. I'm going to uncomment this line. And I will edit this one to 2048. I will give it 2 GB RAM. Then end this. But before we go, I want to also show you can add CPU. Though there is a CPU that is used by default, just one, but you can just put it like that and it will make the CPU 2. So that's that. Provisioning, this is the line for provisioning. Now you want to provision. This is an Ubuntu machine, so if you want to provision your VM with some application, you uncomment this line. Now this is an Ubuntu machine, so I need this app. The first thing is apt update. Don't forget, don't worry about the apt-get update. That too works. We want to install Apache HTTP. Don't be confused with this -y that is at the back. It can be anywhere. So maybe I want to install wget. I want to install unzip. What else? -y. So that if it has any question, so that it will not be asking any question, just put the -y there. Then you can put any other command you want. I want free-m, I want uptime. All this will be displayed. Don't forget, you don't have to run systemctl start Apache 2 because this is an Ubuntu machine. It will be started at boot time. And it will be enabled. But if this were to be a CentOS machine, what will I do? Then I will be doing something like yum install httpd wget, maybe unzip. I want to install this one and I'll put -y. There is no need for yum update. Then I can say okay, I will have to say yum. I have to say systemctl start httpd. Then I will have to say again systemctl enable httpd, and that will be it. Whatever you want to put there, just put there, and everything will be fine. So this is the end of the shell. I have to uncomment this line too, and all will be fine. So I think we are good. All right, let's save this file now and let's go. Let's save this file, then let's run vagrant up. I want to say, why do we sync file? Why this is coming up? Let me just say, why do we sync a directory on the host machine to a directory on the virtual, on the directory on the host on the guest machine? We are syncing a folder on the host machine to a directory on the guest machine in case if the VM get corrupted. The files that we are using in the VM can be backed up, or you may want to edit your file with whatever editor you want. Maybe you want to edit it with VS Code, you can edit it like that. So the VM is coming up gradually. It's coming up. So while it's coming up, let me take you. Let's go and see documentation. Let's go and see some documentation. Let's go and see some documentation. Vagrant documentation. Just go to Google and say documentation, vagrant documentation, and you can click this first one and let us see. Whatever I have done, you don't need to cram it. There is a documentation for everything, and you just familiarize yourself with the documentation. And as ever you need it, you can just use the documentation to boxes, vagrant file. You can check it out. Let's look at provisioning. Let's use like a basic usage. You can see, just scroll down and you will see different ways you can do your provisioning. See, you can do your provisioning like this: shell, inline, echo hello. You can use an S class action. You can also boost. You can also do it like this. So there are several ways you can do it. We can use a configuration. We can use configuration management tools like Ansible, Puppet, or Chef. And so there are several ways you can do it. You can see shell there. You can see Ansible. You can see so there are several ways you can do it. Just check it out and you will see how easy it is to do it. Let's check network. You want to set up your port. Want to do your port forwarding? You can just look here, and you will see how you can do it. Different ways you can do it, and you see how easy it is. You want to sync folder, look at the basic usage. You can see NFS, you can see rsync. So there are different ways. Just scroll down and read through it, and you will see how easy it is to be able to do this. So you want to create a multi VM. You can check this out. You see how you can create multi machine. You see how you can create multi-machine. You can see your config first. You see this is the first box, this is the first machine, this is the second machine. You see, so just check everything out, and you will see how easy it is to. So let's see what is coming up on our shell. All right, it's important the box in this place is setting up NAT. You know, NAT is the default network status for the VM. The VM is created behind a virtual router, which translates the IP address of the VM to the host IP address. All right, so it has downloaded the box. It's booting the box. You can see now. You see it map. It has created this file on the VM, and it has mapped it with the file, with the directory that we created, with the folder that we created on our host machine. You can see now it has started provisioning. The first thing is apt update. Then it will install Apache HTTP and everything we ask it to install. You will see. You can see that started installing Apache HTTP here. So it's enabling it. And it's almost done. All right, it's done. Now let's log in. You can see uptime is there. Uptime. This is the uptime that we put in there. This is the free -m that we put there. You know, it's easy peasy. Just check the documentation and you will get more insight into it if there is anything that is confusing. All right, we are in. Let me do sudo -i to become the root user. Let me clear my screen. All right, the first thing I want to show you is this /vagrant directory on our guest machine, and you can see this is a vagrant file in our working directory. It's in our working directory. So this file, this particular /vagrant directory in this guest machine is mapped to our working directory on the host machine. Don't forget. Let me show you something. All right, now let's go to the D drive. And we have the VMS here. We have the Debian where our vagrant file is. Now these files are synced together. These directories and this folder are synced together. Whatever I create in this in the guest machine will also be backed up in this particular folder. Now let me just create a file and you will see touch file 1.10. Let's close this .txt. and press enter for this, and you will can see those files are created immediately, are backed up immediately in this folder on the host machine. All right, let me remove it, and you will see how it will go immediately too. You see how it will go immediately, 5-star, and you see it will go now. You can see it's gone. All right, so that's that. Now let's go to our /opt/script. That's the second script that was the directory that we mapped together. Opt script. Let's go to cd/opt, and let's run ls. Script. Okay, it's singular. Scripts. All right, so this particular directory is mapped with this directory. I mapped it with the script, the plural script here, the vagrant script there. So whatever we do in this file will be updated in this particular folder. Let's do the same thing and see. In file, let's do the same thing. 1.25. let's close it. .tst, and let's create this, and you will see it to be created in this place. You can see it's created immediately. So this ensures that if any file that we have on our VM, if this VM is corrupted, those files will be already backed up in our host machine, and those files will be preserved. All right, so that's that. Let me remove it. And it will be gone. You see that it's gone over there. All right, so that's that. And let's check that our Apache 2 is working. System ctl status Apache 2. See, that's working live. That's working. Let's get the IP address. Show. It's 192.168.56.63. Let's go and check it. 192 is 43, not 42. 43. And you can see that's the default page. If I go and edit that file, you will see that it will be edited. I can say vim /vim/www/html /index.html. You can see the file is coming up. Then I can edit. If I want to edit it, I just want to edit it just so that you can see that this is a file that is being that is outputted on my web page over there. Then let me just put Enoch here. Let's put Enoch here, and let's save this file. And let's refresh this page. You can see Enoch. So that's the page that is working. So that's that. So that's that about this for today. Thank you for watching. Please take your time to study everything. You can run your host, you can run your history and check history of every command in every directory. You can get out of here. I'm not sure we did anything in this place. No, okay, we didn't do much in this place. So you can also get out of here and run your history in this place too. And you can see everything that we did in this place. All right, so that's that for today. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.